Shalom. We the brothers of Great Millstone from the church here in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, coming to give warning to the so-called blacks and to the Native Americans of the impending dangers that set to come to the earth. Before we begin, let's give all honor, glory, and praise
to Yahawah, by Sham, Yahawashi, by Qadash.
Double honor to our teachers, the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect. See, we back out here again, another week to talk about the end of the world, man. You see, because this is what's before you, and the signs that are taking place in the earth is ultimately leading to our world's return. Oh, yeah.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, war, evil, and pestilence.
And this pretty much the legacy of the prophets, which when the kingdom reaches peak, the Lord sent forth his prophets to prophesy the end of that kingdom, man. And America is at its peak. We got the videos coming out, speaking about a nation and how long this nation normally reigned. They say it was like 250 years. And America right at that, man. And also you see the signs that take place here in the earth. That's pointing fingers to this place going down, man. You see, and this is supposed to become a prophesy of wars, pestilence, and evils. And this is what's taking the center stage here in the earth.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
See, and that word world goes into eon, which means a time, a day and age. You're saying we living in the age of the so-called white man inside human rulership, but we living in the end of it, man. That dream about Daniel and those toes. You see, that's pretty much where we at in the process, man. But like you got it.
Like, if I can real quick, the back up about my time. So the book of Daniel, chapter 2. See? And it's like verse 18, 19.
I got some real quick while you find it. Yeah, this is the book of Psalms. So like, this is the book of Psalms 75, and I'm gonna start at verse so like, this is the book of Psalms 75, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. It says, For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. He pulleth down one and setteth up another. And if I may add, just add on that 250 years. You just mentioned.
The Lord said that he set it, pull it down one, set it up another. And this is ultimately the process that we're in. This is why you see so many things taking place in America, because the Lord is putting this place down. And right when he's pulling this place down, he's erecting the children of Israel. This is why the ministry is being pushed. The Lord tell you how when this gospel is preached throughout the four corners of the earth, then shall the end come. And this is what you're experiencing, man. None of these things is just casual, by coincidence. Oh, it's the Lord moving in the earth, man. He's establishing the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like I said, the Lord is establishing the kingdom of heaven. Now they're heading right here in Daniel 2 and 44. It says the divine kingdom. So it says, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which should never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms and shall stand forever.
And this is the kingdom of heaven, man. This is the process. This is what these things what's leading to. That kingdom that's not being broken, it's not going to be left to another. That's speaking of the kingdom to come, man. But like it tells you, you said the Israel before. It tells you how the evils. What you got?
If I can add real quick, just going to like the fact that this is talking about in these times, you got kings that are ruling. It's about the 10 toes, EU nations, the beast system that's currently ruling with America, Babylon Great, to survive Roman Empire. That's what they're talking about. It says, and in these days, all right, shall the Most High sit up the kingdom of heaven. You go into the word sit up, like the hell always go into. That goes into coming on to the sea. you know. And that's why the Lord got his prophets out. So in Jeremiah 28, you know, we're prophesying the end of this current kingdom, man. All right? At the fall of these current kingdoms, you're going to see the erecting of the house of David, right? This is the house of Jacob, the kingdom of heaven that the Bible speaks about. All right?
That's why he says back in that Psalm 75, it says the Lord put down one and settle up another, man. Because again, Yahawah, he's a just power. He let the heathen rulership run out from the head down into the toes. So once Israel rule, it's not going to be nobody else. Everybody had a chance to rule and they failed. But when Israel get up there, you're going to see how the world is going to prosper under their rule. That's why it says Israel shall be saved with the everlasting salvation, world without end. Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be everlasting because it's going to be righteousness, man. You know?
Real quick, you want to get that?
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 9. It says, for I think that the Most High have set forth us the apostles last, as it were appointed to death. For we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to the angels, and to me.
Yeah, going back to that word set up, you know, coming on the scene, the Lord, he sent forth the apostles last, man. You know, to pretty much, we'd say, tear down, you know, to bring into captivity every thought, you know, to tear down the strongholds. And this is also why, hey, this is the biggest thing right now, man. You know, this is pretty much tearing down all those strongholds. And also, this is what's building up the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, there's really no other avenue to go to. You see?
Yep, this is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 28. And it says, but as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
See, yep, the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come, man. You know, got it.
It says, but if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
Yep, and that is speaking of America, man, because this place is what's sowing the most evil. You know, yeah.
The place where the evil is sown pass not away, they cannot it come that is sown what's good.
Yeah, that's speaking of the kingdom of heaven, man. You see, but yet this kingdom first has to pass away, man. You know, and we see that process taking place. You see, just go back to that Matthew 24.
This is Matthew chapter 24, and verse 3, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahawashi answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Yeah, and that's a rise of false prophets, man. You see, and you see that taking place.
Come. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Yep, Russia and Ukraine. You know, it was an article that came out. Russia just shot another missile in Ukraine, man. So they killed, like, I think, 13 people, I believe. You know, they said 5 being children, 25. Yeah, you see? So that's just prophecy taking hold of the earth. But soon these things are going to take the sinner's slave, man. And it's going to be your main concern. You know? You got it.
It's like if I may have had to go article. The end time headlines. It says, as World War III fears mount, the second blood moon pure eclipse will appear next week. And also, China says it is ready for war with America.
Yep, you see? Oh yeah, and that's going into those tariffs, you know, that Trump just put on China. And you can expect things to increase in America, man, concerning your goods, your electronics, you know, certain food and poultry. You know, things are going to intensify, man, and that's going to cause chaos and commotion to rise. You know, the Lord, he warned of uproars of the people. You know, and you see that stage being set for these people to completely bug out, man.
An article just came across. Violent protests target Tesla lot with Molotov cocktails and gunfire.
It is prophecy taking yeah, and that's prophecy taking center stage, man. You know, because the Lord tell you how you're gonna be. We say sorrow should be on every side. You know, and there's prophecy intensifying in the earth.
Rumors of wars too. The recent thing that just happened with him and Zelensky.
Yeah.
What that nigga said, he said you finna start World War III.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, that was the main stage.
He said you don't have the cards. And that shit struck a nerve in Trump.
Yeah. No, when he said you got beautiful ocean.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? But soon you gonna feel it, man. Hey, that's a threat by the Lord, man. You know what I mean? Like brother going into that's the spirit of Yahawah Sham, man. The scriptures tell you, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall be afraid, rough paraphrase, when that second address. You know what I mean? So prophecy come to pass, right? You know what I mean? What you supposed to got?
That dreadful word is in his ear.
That's it.
Yeah, you got it.
Real quick, my bad. This is you just said it because again, the prophets of doom. Trump, the only one that brought the prophets of doom, and the reason why he talk about World War III is because we said this is the book of 1 Kings 22, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm just gonna get to the point. This is the book of 1 Kings 22 and 18. Now it said the king of Israel, but you can equate this to the king of Babylon today. It says the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did not I tell thee that he will prophesy no good concerning me but evil? And that's the spirit that we're coming in. And we're coming in the spirit of evil when we talk about the prophets, when we talk about the state of America. You know, we prophesy only evil against Babylon. But that's it.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 19:3, and it says, and he said, hear ye the word of the Lord, Yahawah Shema Shah, O kings of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah Shema Shah of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will bring evil upon this place.
See, the Lord's going to bring evil upon this place. Bad time, man. You know, war. You know, trade wars, man. Tariffs. You know, shit for get expensive, man. You know, invasions. You know, we say the sword of destruction drawing out with man should stand with guns in their hands, fight one against another. Hey, those are evils, man. And the Lord, He's bringing these things forth. Yeah.
The which whoso heareth, his ears shall tingle.
Yeah, and it's gonna your ears gonna tingle. You gonna be concerned. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers, they gonna be going live and y'all, we need to get right with God. You know, God ain't playing out here.
No food.
Yeah, no food. Y'all, they finna cut the power off. You know, you gonna be concerned about hearing about these evils.
I told y'all not to vote for Trump.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. Did what y'all wanted. Y'all did that, man. And but the evil is gonna increase to the point where it ain't gonna be you just hearing about it, it's tickling your ear. It's gonna be in your front yard, man. You know?
Like I said, it's gonna be vicious, man. Like your ears gonna tingle, like your ears see you like shit.
Yeah.
Lord did that. Like, that's how it's gonna be. Us, these Israelites out here, like, you gonna watch it. Lord gonna bring vicious judgment upon you. So it's gonna make the ears of us like, damn. Oh, terrible, man.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, verse 5 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord, Yahawah Shah said. Disaster after disaster is coming your way.
See, this is what you're seeing, man. Forest fires, snowstorms, thunderstorms, famines, wars, pestilence, evils, man. This is disaster after disaster. You know,
It says, the end has come. It has finally arrived. Your final doom is waiting.
See, and this is also what's awaiting America, man. The day of doom. You see, also when you go into that word doom, it takes you back to some terrible fate, man. And the terrible fate of this place is going to ultimately be those ICBM missiles. But you see the build up to it, man. You know, that the Lord said He should beat down His foes. You know, you see this place getting hit blow after blow. It's the same blow too, man. You know? But it's the Lord that's doing it. See?
Yeah, this book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 5, chapter 21 verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars.
Yeah, they just mentioned, the brothers just mentioned in the article about the blood moon. You know, you got the lunar eclipse on the Passover. You see, you have the chariot saints. You know, so the signs is there, man. It was a point in time where the sun was shooting off solar flares. You know, so the signs of the sun and the moon and then the stars is in the earth. Okay.
Yeah, and it says, and upon the earth the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
See, yep, and that sea and the waves roaring is a metaphor for the people going into an uproar. You know, and the Lord, He warned of those uproars of the people. And it's going to be certain scenes that's going to take place here on the earth. It's going to bring that to its fruition, man. You know, and one thing that's going to bring forth that chaos and commotion is you being perplexed. You see, because when you go into that word perplexity, it takes you back to a lack of resources, man. You know, you're not knowing which way to turn or what to do, being lost mentally, you know, and that's ultimately going to open up that chaos, man, because you ain't got answers to shit, man, you know.
It says men's hearts failing them for fear.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to lead you to, because if you ain't got answers, you're going to be scared, man. You know, a nigga came up on my comment board of my last video talking about some my life fun, you living in fear and shit. But the Lord gonna take that fun away. And then you gonna be in fear. But the scene gonna shift. You know, I'm gonna be rejoicing. Then you gonna be fucked up, man. You know, when the power go out, we gonna be rejoicing. But you gonna be holding on to a motherfucking coat. You know, the Lord tell you how they was crawling in the corner. You know, we say the corner that held them wasn't able to comfort them. You know? And it's the condition you people about to be in, man. You see, they also come to give you warning, you know, so that you can repent and return to Yahawashi, so-called blacks and Latin Native American Indians.
It says, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yep. Powers of heaven should be shaken. These people who sit in these high seats. Hey, you look at Zelensky, that nigga Zelensky shaking, man. You know, he was okay, he was sincerely like, you know what I mean, dealing with Trump, like, man, he trusted, he losing soldiers, he losing civilians, and that's a concern, man. You know, you be in the city and your soldiers and your civilians dying, man. You know, so you see him shaking, so how much more for when that comes to America, man? You know, all these people that sit in these high seats, they gonna be scared, man.
It says, and then they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Yeah, see, the build up to the Lord's return. You know, the Christian church tell you that, you know, Yahawashi return, it's going to be a big ass rainbow in the sky, sun rays everywhere, you know, the good people floating up in the air. You know, your grandmama, you know, he up there with his arms. No. Hey, the day of the Lord is terrible. See, you're gonna have the world is gonna be completely turned upside down. It's not gonna be functioning the way it's functioning now. You know, it's gonna like with Superman, his damn emblem, Batman emblem pop up in the sky. That's for a fucking reason, man. The Lord, it's gonna be a reason for the Lord to have to pop up, man. See, you know.
It's like I got some things.
Oh yeah,
It's like I was gonna say, the scripture say, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, man. Oh, you got that coming, huh?
Yep. Amos 5. In verse 18, it says, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. For what ends it isn't for you. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear metal, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
Yeah, that's a form of no relief, man. You know, you escape one scene just to get consumed in the next one. You see? But this is also what's about to take place. You know, you escape the famine by taking the sea help just to get hit with the milk, man. You know? But this is the reality that's playing out, man. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know, you're gonna be scared, man. That's why the Lord had to tell you, you know, fear not, for I am with you. You know what I mean?
That's the celebration. The elect, man. So you got their minds prepared for the time to come into. That's the thing, man. It's we at war. You gotta put on that armor of the Most High. You know what I mean? Versus these ones out here, even these I gotta say, these nymphs, these niggas in fringes, they're not putting on the armor of the Most High, man. They're not getting prepared for the times we're coming into. So when these things are presented unto them, therefore they're gonna fear, but it's gonna be for the wrong reason, man. All because they don't know what the fuck going on, man. See? But as for the men of the Lord, they're gonna understand, you know, what's going on, man. You may, because you're in the flesh, you may fear, but again, you're gonna have that armor of the Most High upon you. You're gonna bounce back from it, man. You know, and then you're gonna be like, oh shit, I gotta trust in Yahawashi shot. Because guess what? This was written in the blueprint, man. So now you gotta trust upon the blueprint, man. You know, versus a nigga out there, he ain't gonna trust upon it, man. Therefore he's gonna fail, man. Two brothers.
I'm gonna add it like you said, was saved by hope.
That's it.
You know?
That's it.
Hope requires vision. Hope requires you gotta be able to see off. That's far off, man, from what you see now. Everything problems, man, you gotta have vision. It's like, man, yeah. Lord said, hey, we're gonna eat, we're gonna drink in these times, all the way up to the limits, man. But if you don't have that foresight, then you know you're gonna perish. But there's no vision, the people perish.
If I may, I would just back you up, brother. And we often bring it out, but it's well needed for the times we're going into. It's Hebrews 11:6. But without faith, it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to Yahawashi must believe that He is. So when you come into the temple of the Most High, man, before really you gotta believe that He is, right? You know what I mean? Believe that Yahawashi is a man of His word, man. And He shall not lie. You know what I mean? It says, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. So first and foremost, you got to be down to do the work, you know what I mean, to put your life on the line. But even with that, you got to believe that you're going to receive a reward for that, right? You know what I mean?
You'll get verse 1.
Yep, come, bro. That's it. Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Now a nigga can believe in the paychecks on Friday, you know what I mean? But how much more in Yahawashi, man? You know what I mean? Here it is, we laboring, we building up. You know, but you gotta believe that you're gonna receive that reward, man, for the times that we coming into, man. You got it, brother.
I'm here to say, hey, you want to be in the right spirit when the miracles come through. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Hey, that's ultimate hope. You having that foresight. You gotta look for some odd, you know, because I believe that the miracle goes into strange wonders. I believe wonders goes into
I know, so like if I be added, it's basically past human comprehension. Point I want to make is, for lack of better words, we expecting crazy things. You know, we ain't expecting what the world expects. You know, the world expects America to reach down 2100. That's a miracle right there, you know. But we know that Yahawashi is going to come on those chariots, man. Whether the UFO signs, but it's going to even get deeper when we be in the time of the famine. When it's all of a sudden you look in the refrigerator and there's a bottle of water there, man. Yeah. You look in the refrigerator and Lord got a full-course meal for you, man. This is the type of faith we're going to have in the days that we're coming in. You know? Yeah, Matter I got to say something real quick. This is the book of St. John 16 and 33. It says, these things have I spoken unto you, that ye might have peace. The world, it's like in the world, you shall have tribulation. Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
See? And Lord said, be of good cheer. Ultimately, there are those precepts, man. That's what gives you that comfort, man. That's what why Jake gonna bug out, because Jake don't got the report. You know, it's gonna be a precept that's gonna comfort your mind. Hey, what the Lord say again?
Gun, this is the book of St. John 16 and 33. These things have I spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace.
Hey, the word, right? You might have peace. Hey, that's what's gonna give you that peace of mind. Hey, that's why the Lord said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Yeah, and the strength of salvation. That's gonna be your way out, man. The fear of God is His church. That's how you get the wisdom and knowledge. The fear of Yahawashi. And it ain't just saying you fear Him, you gotta display that in the earth. The Lord looking at us, man. You know, we fuck up, you know. But the Lord see you trying. He say you're not gonna put out a flickering light, man. You know, He see you fight, man. You know, and you be pleased with your women, you know, they been doing shit for you, but when you see her trying, you know, you deal with them, man. You see, and the Lord, He's doing us the same way. The more we fight, the more He increase us, man. You know, and we ultimately increase to enter into these terrible times. And that's ultimately what these roads are leading to. You know, we ain't in the truth, you know, just to get ranking, you know, you got a Hebrew name, and now you starting the Hebrew community. No, man. The Lord building you up for these times to come, and ultimately sit on the throne, man.
That's bad, because that peace really comes from you having vision, you know, you having foresight of the future. Because the Lord gave you an expectation. It was Jeremiah 29:11. And expect the end. The Lord gave you the end report. All the shit you're going to transpire, you're going to see the collapse of the dollar. What Trump is talking about, I know y'all saw the economy with the Apostle to Harvard. He made a video with the economy. Trump holding a gasoline can in $1, man. Burning $1. Hey, your dollar's gonna fail, so deal with it after that. Right? You're gonna cut the power off, man. You're gonna be reducing nothing. The Lord's gonna level the playing field. See, then you're gonna have to call on someone. And that's where we step in there. Like, yeah, we're gonna call upon the name of the Lord in those times, right? But there is no way out. There's gonna be no way out in America very soon. See? It's gonna be a way out, but it's gonna be one way. You see? And that's what we have. The Lord's giving us foresight of how to get out of this evil, which is through the name of Yahawashi. and believing in the report, man. All right? So if you don't have these visions, you don't know the prophecies, there's no way that you can receive the comfort for some of the things that are coming, because then they catch y'all prophecy that's going to pretty much destroy your doctrines. Because you pretty much, you subscribe to America, you think this place is going to continue, but according to the report, it's not. It's not going to continue, man. It will get as bad. It will get as bad as it can get. But you're not expecting that, but we are. We're the Holy Spirit.
Because even when the sea hip come out here, man, just the man job people gonna feel when they can't have nothing to eat or no food out here, bro. And then, like the brother mentioned, it's gonna be two people you're gonna call on. Either you're gonna call on Yahawah, Sham, or if you're gonna go down there and trust in Esau, man. That's an action, you know. Nah, bro, that's
You go to that temptation. You tried you're out of position.
Rawchaa about to get there, because the elder at every point, you're going to the word tried, and that's the takes you to the word goes to being pierced. The elder just bumped it out, man. Somebody go into that. Revelation 3:10.
That is Revelation 3:10. Yeah. It says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Patience goes in the suffering. You know, you kept this word, you kept the support, you didn't turn your back, you didn't go back to the world, but you kept the faith throughout your low moments, man. So it's gonna be a reward for me, okay?
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
The word tribe by shop. Yeah, all the word goes to the orphanage. It happens to the earth. It's gonna come on the whole earth, man. The whole global system will collapse. Bring in this new fourth industrial revolution. It's all currency centralized. You have a centralized bank. And you're gonna have to take the fucking prerogative and play it.
Yeah, this is root word of try. Strong's G 3984. Ira. It says through the ideal of piercing.
Woo! The idea of piercing. You see? That's heavy. See? You don't need no more. The idea of piercing unless you find some else.
But it says to experience. You know, learn to know by experience.
Yeah. Because pretty much, man, we're learning right now. We're learning and we're getting the experience of not knowing, knowing not to take the damn prerogative. So the scripture is spiritual, man.
They gonna experience. You know what I mean? The judgment behind getting that chip, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're actually gonna sit down. You're gonna experience sticking your hand out, experience it actually going in. You might experience tapping the pain, and then you're gonna experience the muscles as well, man.
So read that definition one more time.
Yeah, it says Strong's G3984. The root word says through the idea of piercing.
Through the idea of piercing. Now let's go back and read this scripture.
Yeah, Strong's. It's like
Now
Revelation.
we can replace that word tried with piercing. Yeah.
Revelation 3 verse 10, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to pierce them.
Yeah, to pierce them. Yeah.
That dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, there you go, man. Lord of Spirit, see? So this temptation, it's going to be motivated by your flesh, man. You're not having any food, any comfort, any water, no technology, power rate going down. Because they're going to try to revamp your system, the great reset. You know? And the only way you're going to be able to pretty much somewhat obtain or keep what you had in your past life to a certain extent is if you take that prerogative. That's the great application. And a lot of people are going to be deceived in taking that thing. That's how they're going to be tried. They're going to be pierced. Like Isaiah 36,
This Genesis 47 in verse 19. pretty much going into the same. It's like an account with the Egyptians. They gave themselves up to Pharaoh, man, because of the famine. You know. Yeah, but it says here. It says. I'm trying to switch stories.
Yeah, he went bad with it. But Esau, he's not the originator of anything. He goes back to the Rex and finds out how he can snap the people. You know, and he's used the story of Joseph to do that.
Yeah, this is Genesis 47:15. It says, when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan.
Yeah, the money gonna crash in America. Yeah.
It says, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money failing.
That's crazy. You see, why should we die in our presence? That's heavy right there. Esau studies the scriptures. See, he's not there risen. He didn't start and everything that this nigga, you know, got planned out. So really find in the scripture, you know. So when Egypt fails that day in Joseph, hey, everybody came to Joseph. Now Esau, he want to put himself in the light of Joseph. He wants everybody coming to him. You know, in the time of effect, they're like, nah, we don't want to die, so let us give ourselves over.
Yep, it says, and Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle, and money failing. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herd, and for the asses. And he fed them with bread, and for all their cattle for that year.
Yep.
If I made that shit ate, and that shit ran out. You know, the other they had to return back to Joseph because it was only for a year, man. The same thing gonna happen with this year, man. You gonna have to keep going back. You gonna have to keep getting rebooted. You know what I mean? When it put back on it. See, but it going to say when their year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from our Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herd of cattle. There is not aught left, in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our land. Hey,
So, yeah. You make it go ahead.
Esau said, you will own nothing.
Ah, man, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it says, wherefore shall we die? It's like, wherefore shall we die before thy eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate.
I mean, they kept on bringing their land. The reason they didn't want to die because they wanted to stay on that land, man.
Yeah.
They basically wanted to stay here and, you know, basically sustain themselves with the world. You're going to equate that to the people today, man. People want to stay in America, stay in Babylon. It's going to go to the extreme when they're going to put out their hand and take the sea with them. They're trying to keep America rolling.
But he said about us, you know, and us when we receive that seed, that's you giving yourself fully over to the Sahih.
Matter of fact, we did.
Verse 19 in NLT, it says, why should we die before your very eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and ourselves as slaves for Pharaoh.
As slaves. Now, when you go to Revelation 13 and 16, for the Quran, being what?
A servant.
Servitude, you know, going to servitude a slave. That's what I'm saying, okay?
It says, just give us grain so we may live and not die.
Give us a piece of bread, man. We want to eat, we want to feed our children. We will take your mark now. Right now, Jack ain't gonna take no fucking chip. But when the family kicks in, hey, that's gonna be all the motivation in the world to go and sit for hours in these chipping lines, man. Just receive a piece of bread. And you're gonna take that chip willingly. Even if you know that it's wrong to take it. Right? Because now you don't have no fucking hope. And a lot of you Israelites out there, you say with the spirit, a lot of you gonna take that Quran, especially with IUIC. You boast in the law. But here it is, Lord gave you one law about not taking the Quran. That's the one law you're gonna break. That's gonna lead up to your judgment. Because you're not preparing the people for the times that are coming, the great collapse. Okay? Stuck in this merge spirit. And you're not going to have any faith or hope in that day. That's what this thing is all about.
Yeah. It says, and so the land does not become empty and desolate. So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, all the Egyptians sold him their field because of the famine. It's like, because the famine was so severe. And soon all the land belonged to Pharaoh. As for the people, he made them all slaves from one end of Egypt to the other. And that's going to be America, man. You know, people is going to be served to Esau, man, from one end, from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South. Because the only way for you to pretty much continue in this place is going to be for you to have to take that seal, man. You know, he's going to cause you, he's going to make it a mandatory thing for you to have it. You know, he's going to set the scenario up for you to take it, man.
It's Exodus 21 and verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them, that thou buy a Hebrew servant. 6 years he shall serve, the 7th he shall go out free for nothing.
And when you can buy a Hebrew servant, if he's down and out, he can serve you for a certain period of time, 6 years, okay?
If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself.
Yeah, if he came in by himself, he should go out by himself, okay?
If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him.
Yeah, so if he came into that slave with a wife, then she should go out with him free, okay?
If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters,
Now, if his master give him a wife, now we're in a system right now in which we all under the social, we got a social security card, a birth certificate, in which those things are owned by who? Our master, Esau. He has control of those right now. So when you get a wife, she really belongs to Esau. She's not free. She's not really yours in a sense. You see? You got her.
the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself.
Yeah, he should go up by himself. Yeah.
And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, my children, I will not go out free, his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or to the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever.
And that's a heavy scripture. That's a heavy chapter right there, because your wife, your children, they really don't belong to you, and they're gonna be used as leverage in the time of temptation, right? Because basically, if they side with Esau, that master, they say, hey, because they can't leave because he owns them, right? So if they take the prerogative, you might say, I love my wife and my children, so I'm gonna take the goddamn tip to it. And he's gonna bore you. He's gonna put a bore with you, man, to make you his. And that modern day bore is supposed to prerogative. So a lot of you people's downfall is gonna be your family, your wife, your children, which really don't belong to you, man. You're not gonna be willing to let that go. That's a very trying time. That's why Yahawashi said, he not forsaken this.
Matthew 10 and 37. He that loveth father or mother or more than me.
Yep.
Yep. Father or mother more than me is not worthy of it.
It's not worthy. Because what, you gotta choose your fucking family, man, over Yahawashi in a time of temptation. You see how that works? Yeah.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of it.
It's not worthy of it, man. So if you're not willing to put down your family in this lifetime to obtain Yahawashi, Paul said, I count everything but done to obtain the knowledge of Yahawashi. Then, hey, the Lord's gonna lead you here with your family chipped up, and then you're gonna be blessed when Yahawashi shows up. Right? When the Lord told you, if you suffer, I'm gonna give you all that shit back. I'm gonna give your wife, your children, and everything that you lost back. Matthew 19 goes into that, man. So this scripture had to be in your mind. If not, then you're gonna succumb to the flesh.
Just to double back on that. Luke 14 and 26 says, any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah, I mean, you don't kill yourself. Doesn't mean that you don't love your family, immediate family, right? Hate means that's love blessed. It doesn't come before the truth. See, so when you put your family above the truth, that's when you stand. That's when you're going to be snared in your time of temptation, because those who are not in this truth, that are not in this faith, they're going to side with this world, man. They're going to do everything they can to obtain their life back. Then what you going to do, man? Well, I like back too, man. Like, your children crying and shit. They starving. everybody looking at you as a bad guy, right? And you saying, fuck, I know it's a gamble. I know the chip is robbing, but I can't deal with them crying in my ear. You know, they suffering, they hungry. And you without patience, it's gonna say, in your patience possesses your soul. You lacking patience, you're gonna go out and make a rash decision and take the fucking corona, man, knowing that you should take it. And with a lot of you out there, you're gonna take it because you don't have faith. Lord willing, we're not in that number, man. Lord, keep us from taking that damn thing.
This is Matthew 19 in verse 20. I'll start verse 28. It says, "And Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon the throne." So like you also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel, and everyone that have forsaken.
So what is that going into? Hope. Saved by hope. That means we have is the Lord told you. In a regeneration, man, you're gonna be sitting on thrones with me. So if you don't got this in your foresight, man, hey, you're gonna succumb to these troubled times that we're going to go into. You know?
I'll show you that desire to be king, like desire to be prepared for ruler and king and lordship and kingship, you know, these things, you know. They say that when you're falling out the world, you're basically giving up on your hopes and dreams. That's how they put it. So you can't be what you're supposed to be. But the Lord God seats the thrones. It sounds like a lot of thrones in that scripture. Can you read it one more time?
It says, Matthew 19 and verse 28, "And Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which shall follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel."
You can take a few things out of this. One, the world ain't gonna be destroyed. Right? The earth ain't gonna be destroyed. That's an idea a lot of people got. Whereas when we tell them it's gonna be thermonuclear war, they think, well, everybody gonna be, you know. The earth ain't gonna be destroyed. The earth is forever, the scriptures tell you. But there is a kingdom that's gonna be set up here on earth. So then the earth gotta still remain. And two, it tells you that it's going to be a kingdom, similar to how this is a kingdom. So somebody's ruling in this kingdom, just like it's going to be somebody ruling in the next kingdom. In America, they got you thinking that nobody's in power, or the people are in power. It's a democracy. You vote for who you want next. But the kingdom of heaven is going to be apparent who's going to be sitting on thrones. That old order is going to come back. The thrones, kings, and you're going to be able to see. That's why Babylon, this place is confusion, because you can't even see the rulers who rule over. The people on the money's dead, so you assume that you ain't got no damn rulers. And that's why people don't rule. But your rulers are deceiving. They're somewhere in the, you know, bunkers or whatnot. They're somewhere preparing for the day of the Lord. Just as we are. Your rulers want you to be asleep. Your rulers don't allow you to wake up out of your sleep. They're the ones keeping you in bondage. Your rulers. But in the kingdom of heaven, everything's going to be aired out. Everything's going to be obvious. Everything's going to be demonstrated. Righteousness is going to be demonstrated from the top down. It's not going to be any, form of secrecy. But people just going to know righteousness. That's it. Wickedness not going to dwell in the Lord. But the thrones signify that there got to be a kingdom. In order to be a kingdom, you got to have slaves. Alright? You got to have a kingdom being built up. This place is going to be demolished and destroyed. You're not going to come up into America and just shut down the society and take over. The kingdom is going to be in Jerusalem. That's going to be the headquarters of it. And it's going to be all over the world, the realms. So it's really something that the average mind can't even grasp. That's why it's not for you. They'll always mention that this is a kingdom. This is a book about the matters of kings. You're not a king, or you're not royalty, it doesn't concern you. You're a peasant in a pawn. You belong exactly where you're supposed to be, right? Right in front of your TV, zoned out.
Yeah, it says, and everyone that forsaketh houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Now this land doctrine of what the elder said, this is dealing with Rome, kings, slaves. Like the scripture said, the light being thrown to scepters, unprivileged may reign forevermore. You got it.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon 6, and I'm going to start at verse 19, verse 20. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a king.
Yeah, the desire of wisdom bring it to a king, man. You got it. Yeah.
It says, if your delight be dead in thrones and scepters, or ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore.
Yeah, so this your light. If you want to sit on the thrones, man, hey, you're going to honor wisdom. You're going to pay attention to the scripture, the instructions, correct? You're going to submit yourself, and that's going to lead unto a kingdom, man. Because the kingdom is established on wisdom. Now, we see that Esau's wisdom is vanishing. He's been exposed, and he can't cover his tracks because the light is out. That's a sign, that's a telltale sign this man is losing his power. But here it is, you see the elect raising up with the truth. And that's the ones who are going to sit on thrones, of which, as the brother went into, we're going to lose a lot of things. The Lord gave these scriptures to prove and let us know that my words are faithful truth for one, if you believe. And if you believe, then you're going to get all these things back. You may lose your wife, your children, your family, your immediate family. It's okay. Because you gotta have faith that the Lord's going to give you those things back. He controls everything. That's the ultimate level of faith.
I believe you get here before. But we got too much. Hey, it's true. Take all the emphasis off of the here and now. Fuck the here and now. Really. Lord God, we've been here long before now. And the spirit, we're going to be here long after now. Right? And in the kingdom, it's everlasting. Something that most people today don't even understand that concept, right? So really, this world is trying to trap you in the fuck right now. If it stay here, if it's stagnant here, makes your spirit long before that.
I got some pretty good words. If the bad guy look somehow how he lose things, you're gonna receive it back. Because brothers don't shit in the truth. Some brothers ain't lose things as much as other brothers, but some brothers don't shit in the truth. And the reason why we still in here, because in the kingdom we don't get those same things back, but in their perfection. Because certain things that we had in this society or in this carnal realm, it was corrupted in the form of a sense. But when the Lord gives us all that shit back, man, this shit gonna be perfect. This is the book of Job 42 and 10. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. So again, in the spirit, man, when we get into the kingdom of heaven, man, it's going to be perfection, bro. And that's what we seek. And then also, we're going to have the laws, statutes, and commandments in our bodies. We're going to be righteous, man, and pleasing to the Lord. Good job, brother.
Luke 22 and 28. Ye are they which have continued with me in my temptation, and I appoint unto you a kingdom, as my Father hath appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So there it is, man, to be appointed heirs on and what they got going on right now. You still need a social security card, right? And you need a high credit score. You need all type of things in the society that don't symbolize, that's proving to you that you're not a king here. But then they tell you what to do around them. They also try to entice you to stay in it. Stay in the race. You can make it one day. Keep running. Well, just for staying in this truth, you get thrones. Can Esau promise you thrones? You can't, then leave it alone. You get promised a throne in this group. So all of these things that the brother just mentioned, you giving up, or you're willing to give up. Right? Basically, you haven't even gone through that process yet. But the Most High has it set up where eventually you're gonna lose a certain said thing, or you're gonna have to make that type of decision where you walk a separate way. You cut certain things off. or he cuts it off for you. Then what? Then what? You gotta be prepared to be sitting on that. You gotta be thinking about that throne. So really, kingdom minded is that a brother? Kingdom minded. That's the mentality. That is the mentality. You gotta think like a young king, and a young king is a prince. We are princes of the power. That's what Israel means. So it's right to be thinking like a young prince that's about to inherit the throne. Think about how Donald Trump's son moving. If you see him out here like smoking crack, like how Biden's son, he's tripping. That's why they was tripping on Biden. Like, yo, you're too bad for crack in the White House, cocaine, whatever it is. But as a young king, a young prince, you're supposed to carry yourself a certain type of way. You're supposed to be willing to have that separation. How you doing?
Yeah, I got some bad news. That's a very good point. Because Abraham speaks about faith of Abraham, right? Which Abraham was called. Abraham at the time he was called by the Most High to separate his issue. And we can get that real quick in Genesis 12. Because that's pretty much what the Lord is required to separate yourself, in the spirit. Because Abraham was given foresight of the kingdom, basically. You know what I'm saying? He had a kingdom mindset. They called to the move of faith. She was saying, walk by faith and not by sight. We can get that real quick.
Yeah, this is Genesis 12 and verse 1. Now the Lord, Yahawashi, had said unto Abram, get thee out of that country and from that kindred.
Now, get thee out of that country when you grew up, because he was like, I forgot what age he was. He was up in age at that time, but well settled in his ways. The Lord said, get up. Get out your country away from your kindred, man. Father Terah was idol worship. Family. Chaldean, man. Okay? Same thing with us today. Our fathers, all they knew was idols. They didn't know Yahawashi, but through faith, and he got up. He got the hell off. He got up.
It says, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee.
That was a promise. To a land that I will show to thee. And that's the same thing the Lord said us today. I got a land that's prepared. The kingdom is prepared for you. Sit back and watch. So by default, we're like, hey, the hell with America, the hell with our family when it comes down to it. We're willing to separate ourselves in the spirit to follow Yahawashi through faith. Right? That's the test that's going on right now. Which Jacob's not willing to do that for the most part.
It said,
real quick. Like, 2 Ezra 16 and 40 saying, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." I mean, just go into the same sentiment. We ain't got no home here. The scripture shed light on the idea that we just sojourners, or we just strangers in this land. Just like in Egypt, we were strangers in that land. And as much as you want to call a place home, out of generations of being there, it's never going to be home. As long as you're being ruled over, for one, you can't have a home in a house that's your master's house. That's your master's house. When you leave, that's still your master's house. You got to be freed first in order to have your home. So that process is going to come through your house. So that should make it a little bit easier. And the scripture said we're going to be like pilgrims. So that's already the mentality. Certain things got to be left. Your house, your actual house, your address. In order to inherit a kingdom, you gotta leave behind your address, you leave behind your school, your block, your city, your town, your state, you leave behind reputation, you leave behind everything. Because the Lord gonna have that much more abundant to give you. And you look forward to it. We ain't sad about the idea of getting the fuck out of America. It shouldn't be a hesitation. The scripture do point, it tells you to remember who. One of the only women that ever tell you about to remember. One of the only things to remember Lot's right. Why? What was she so significant for? She couldn't leave it. She couldn't let it go. Something back there kept her attention to it. That's how a lot of, guess what? Your women might be the same way. What you gonna do then? When that C-hip come out or the chick come out, right? And then she go ahead behind your back, go take you, right? Might bring the kids with her. What you gonna say or what you gonna do? the Spirit still got to be on you. Because guess what? In the kingdom, you're going to get a brand new this and a brand new that, and you're going to get plenty more. So you got to kind of be, when it comes to that, things that hold you down here, like a ship about to sink, you start to let it off. That's what happened when the ship sank. You know, Jake, they used to throw Jake overboard because the ship would be too heavy. And that was life, right? So you got to be in the same mindset. Go ahead, Al.
I got one for you if I may. This Michael 2:10, we often get it, but it's the Spirit, right? Michael 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Arise. What does it mean when it says arise? That means to arise from your dead state of mind. The Israelites have to mind. All right, because according to the scriptures, Proverbs 1:16, indeed, it's a wonderful what? Yes, the Lord said arise, man. And that's all dry bones waking up. Coming to the understanding of Yahawashi, Rawchaa. By default, you're going to depart. You're going to separate yourself from this current life. Got it?
Rise ye and depart, for this is not your place. This is not your rest.
Yeah, this place right here is not your rest. America was the setup for you to prosper. It doesn't matter if you're making millions and billions, man. Right? This, you got to do something to get those millions, man. You got to sacrifice something for Satan. The Satan gives out blessings well, man. You know? And at the end of the day, what? The dollars and the crabs. Where's it going to leave? That's the ultimate conclusion to this whole thing. Then with your the fame, the riches, it's all centered around money. So when the money crashes, what are you going to be reduced to? Other than taking the chip. You don't have no fucking hope. You know?
It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
Yeah, it's polluted with idols, you know? With foul waters, these philosophies, you know? And it's going to destroy you. If you're not drinking this clean water, this truth, not being baptized in this word, man, then it's going to destroy you because you're going to end up taking the fucking prerogative, trying to keep your life here because you don't want to arise and depart spiritually. You know?
This Romans 12:2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good, and acceptable and perfect will of Yahawah.
The scripture wants you to approve what is that acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. What is it? Can you out there answer? You know? Read it from the top again.
Yep, it says in Romans 12:2, be not conformed to this world.
Yeah, be not conformed. Con means will, form means fashion. You can't be with the fashion of this world. And that's what we find out with a lot of these Israelites. You know? They want the world to accept them. They don't want to be hated.
They junkies for attention. They still need, everybody approved. That's what gets you brought out. You still basically searching for fame. And fame, American fame is cheap. That's why they call it 15 minutes. It's cheap, it don't last long. And the whole society is based off of temporary value. Quick fixes, man. Even the economy. Where you gonna hit a stimulus? Quick fix. Where's the debt at? 36 trillion. So they don't believe in permanent solutions here in Babylon. It's always quick fixes. That's why you gotta be renewed. And renewing is escaping Babylon, mentally, spiritually. You escape.
This ground is known as the shadow of death. A shadow will be there 1 second, and it'll change the next thing.
The shadow is casting far too long. Like it's casted off. But great darkness, gross darkness shall cover the earth. You know?
Man, look at the sun again, along with the shadow.
Most of the day long, the shadow get longer and longer.
They get up on instant gratification, turn microwaves aside, and let it be now.
Like you saying, like this ain't YOLO society. They teach you to live by the day. They don't teach you to look forward to, what's gonna happen. Yeah.
prepare. This is preparation for eternity. So, how you prepare for that? Ask somebody right now. Man. They're gonna ask for who's your dealer? That's what they're gonna ask you. How you preparing for eternity? This is preparation for eternity. we look like we don't give a damn about society. Right? If I was them, man, I walk by, I think like, fuck, man. Because that's how you prepare for eternity. The Lord said you got to cast all these cares upon him. You got to cast things beyond you. And then you understand that you get tangled back into the affairs of the world. You got to get renewed. It's a process, man. You build, the Lord slowly builds you up. Now you think you want to fall back down after he built you up. So you do what it takes, man. You really can care less now. I mean, you start to develop that over time. At first it'd be awesome, feeling like whatever. People say shit. But when the spirit overrules, when the spirit can kick in, man, you don't want no part, because you understand their latter end. All that they were wise, but they understood their latter end. If people could see how their faces gonna be in the flames, they won't behave the way they do. And that's what pride do. It block you from what the judgment will do. It block you from what your judgment will do. It block you from the possibility that you can even be judged. That's why a lot of pride is basically saying that, so what? The Lord see what I'm doing. I'm still gonna do it. I gotta get mine, or I gotta do it. I'm gonna eat this pork. You know how niggas get about pride, You know how American gets about pride, because that's all they got left, to block the faith. You only try to pride is just gonna block your faith. One way or another, trying to block your faith. Prophets is out here prophesying about your faith. Now you really screwed.
This is 2 Ezra 7 and verse 16. It says, "Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?"
They don't think. They don't think. And as remember earlier, the renewing. It's a renewing process. Ain't giving up to them. And the word ain't giving up to them. Come to find out, every message isn't given for everybody. Even the scripture is not for everybody. Again, the world, to hell with the world talks. It's not for everybody. That's why it's addressed to the Israelites, or it's addressed to the Corinthians, the church at Corinth, or to the Romans, not every Roman, but the Romans that was Jews who believed, who were Israelites amongst the Romans. And so, just like a letter with a title on it, "Dear so and so," that's not meant for everybody to read. And so, who are the ones that's going to believe? It's the ones that, right? Who are the ones that trained up on these writings? The ones that believe amongst the Israelites, amongst the Jews that believe in all these different cities. So we consider it, but they don't consider it. Go ahead, one more time.
It says, "Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?"
Thing that is to come, rather than that which is present. That just sits on the idea of like, who you trying to be in this world? How hard you gotta go. You just gotta go hard. Get dizzy, more dizzy in the spell. People so backwards that they're gonna try to entice you to get busy like that. You ain't going hard enough. Then you gotta, now scriptures say, "Why is the serpent harmless as a dove?" So, when you at work and you learn how to Clark Kent things, in situations out here, you learn how to be a Clark Kent. You really just, your job is to do your work and get home. But you anoint yourself because you don't want that actual vibration to be on you. Superman really didn't, Superman didn't really care about the news reporting and all of that. He was really here to save the world. So, hey, the only thing that matters to us right now is doing Yahawah's work, so we can get rewarded for that, instead of doing all of this work and then falling out and not getting rewarded for shit. If anything, you already across the line. Why would you give up all your riches that you stored up in heaven? The scriptures talk about giving them your crown to another man. You already started working on your spiritual 401k. Why would you sell that off? You know what I mean? And the Lord got all types of planets already prepared. And you out here bitching about a what the scripture tell you about the lust of the eyes and the flesh? You gotta watch for them, man. Everything that you see, that's really where your eyes start bulging out your head like a comet. You start seeing things, and automatically your flesh is, spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. The flesh want to get back entangled with this bullshit. When your spirit knows this ain't, it's a trap. I just came from out of it. So that's the fight. That's really the spiritual fight that goes. This flesh work against the spirit. Right out.
Okay, come here. Quick shot. Very quick. So long. You got it.
I got it. It's like,
That's how the hell. All right, go.
It's 2 Ezra 14 and verse 14. Let go from deep mortal thoughts. Cast away the burden of man.
Hey, we ain't perfect. We gonna have mortal thoughts, but to deny that shit is everything to the Lord. You see that mortal thought go through your head, and then you actually ask the Yahawashi not to send thoughts like that to you, or you rebuke it in the name and spirit of Yahawashi. Well, automatically, man, the Lord is pleased with that type of activity. All right, that's being righteous in His eyes. So let go of mortal thoughts, meaning when a mortal thought comes, man, you let it go. You rebuke the hell out of it. But it's not right. It's not going to lead you or bring you to the promised land. What did we care about when we was in the wilderness? The only thing we wanted was the promised land. We was dwelling in it for 40 years. Why? Because Israel was acting up. But the Lord said, at some point, we're going to give you the promised land. Right? You're going to cross Jordan and get into the promised land. Go ahead,
It says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set.
Yep, put off now the weak nature, man. Don't even trip on that. That's a spirit right there. Read that again,
It says, let go from these mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature.
Put off the weak nature, Some brothers is built up. Like you get your muscles when you work out, you have a good ass workout, you feel strong. Over time, you feel strong. The Lord allows us to put off His weak nature, so it comes a lot more easy as time goes on. Right? And you built up. Again, building your spiritual bank account. What's up, guys?
Oh yeah, one more. It says, and set aside the thoughts that is most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times.
It's heavy to do anything that weigh you down, man. There's a lot of things, Rose could sit back here to listen to all the things that can weigh you down, right? You feel obligated to. You feel like you're caught up in this situation. But those things is the same very thoughts that will hold you back. Will make you feel like make you desire to go back in the world. So you gotta watch that shit. You gotta pray. Ask the Lord, repent, then you gotta anoint yourself and continue that process. Pray without ceasing, because we spiritually battling. Just because you don't see us with physical swords don't mean brothers ain't in the actual midst of the battle. Spiritually, getting attacks, all type of demonic attacks, vibration that Esau pushes out here to get you walked back in. We don't care about the people that's already. It's about you now. And all you got to do is single it out. Now your algorithm is all about everything you used to lust for back in the world. You know exactly how to, manipulate you if possible. That's why I say if it was possible to see the very elect. So the Yahawashi pretty much steps in the way, making sure that nothing too heavy can come to you. Because right now it's a demon that can come upon you and that's it. Most brothers who fall out, it's a demon that jump, and then that's it.
This is the book of Matthew 11, and I'm going to start at verse 28. It says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Just backing up what you're saying. What you got?
Right. Hey, the heavy rest is needed, man, because we under a lot of pressure in this group. Dealing with ourselves, number one, making sure you examine yourself right, and then two, making sure you rightly dividing the word of truth, right? Being steadfast, endurance. Brothers are skillful. You become skillful in the art of teaching, or just endurance in itself. Enduring as a Hebrew Israelite, not just enduring like a man in the word. Enduring as a Hebrew Israelite, a believer in Yahawashi, Yahawashi. So the Lord, Baba can shout one more time, Bob.
God, it's the book of St. Matthew 11, the verse 28 again. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden."
Hey, we have Yahawashi Yahawashi. I quoted earlier, cast your cares upon me. Brothers should do that constantly. Your cares are the things that can take you back out of this world. So you're heavy laden with all this madness or whatever you got going on at any given time, whatever spirit you need to become. Entice you back into the world, which is a constant, consistent thing, usually, right? Unless the Lord just don't plague you that way. He might plague a certain brother in a different way, right? Maybe certain brothers just got mad opportunities to make bread and just got to deny it all day. That's a plague of the mind. So he got to cast that off. Some brothers got, family members that doing well off, and they can easily pull them into that game, but that would interfere with his work or his ministry. Some brothers can do that. They can maintain both types of atmosphere. All right, but then their plague is going to come through with different atmosphere. So constantly praying your prayer, meditation about these scriptures, about the Lord, holding our burdens for, making this work, this walk light. Right? So that we can get out here and do what we're supposed to do, man. Ultimately, it ain't for clout. It ain't for like we trying to get a reputation in this world. This is the same world we can care less about. This is where a lot of people is like can't get fucked up over. Because they trying to still make a name here where this place gonna be destroyed. There ain't no name here. There ain't no eternal name in here. Babylon ain't eternal. But the fight is so that we can understanding the scriptures, right? Which the spirit of the Lord we persuade men. We're understanding of what the Lord gonna do. We're trying to be preserved. This is a part of our diligence to make our calling and election sure. We want to be delivered out of here. That's the end goal. Fame, we care less about it. If somebody knows who we are or not, it don't matter. That's why when we around other people or work, we don't be wearing fringes, right? Because you don't care about it now. If you're trying to make a name, yeah, I'll be over here. Now you have to have that conversation every day. When that get the word out, some people get it misconstrued. They say, well, y'all should be here. There's more people there. Then they don't understand. You gotta operate in the spirit all the time. We went to the certain parts of the areas, right, of town, of Birmingham, we would get shot at constantly. So we gonna walk in the spirit so that we can get to the end goal. This is what discipline is. This is what being wise as a serpent, harmless as, this is what wisdom is. Yeah, discretion. Whereas if you're trying to be on some pride shit, then you're gonna do all of that stuff. You're gonna try to live chaotic on the edge, so to speak. This is already enough. The Lord said, you set up your two sticks, right? And the two sticks and the tribes join together, the northern and southern kingdom. And when you go out, you prophesy, man. What's it on Mount Seir? How's that go? Yeah, prophesy against Mount Seir. You prophesy, man. Prophets of old, came to prophesy against many countries, many great countries. East, pestilence and war, right? So we prophesy according to the scriptures. We ain't even got to go into our own ideas, because that's where you start tapping into mortal thoughts again. That's where all the mortal thoughts be at, in your own head. That ain't your fault. It ain't your fault.
You did it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I got some back up here. This is the book of Romans 8 and 4, just to back up what Scorn said. It says the righteous of the law might be filled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Right. And just like the Scorn was just saying, things that basically trying to tug you back in the world. Because just put a bad analogy about that Clark Kent spirit, you really got to be in the spirit constantly, man. Because as soon as you're out of the spirit, that's the best time for you to get attacked, like I said, them tugs, them hooks, them strings are trying to bring you back into the world. It says, continuing on, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. You know, and that's why Yahawashi keep us in the certain spirit, keep us in a certain light. Basically not dwelling in the world, or basically even flame with those different things. As soon as you flirt with it, that basically means you want it ultimately. You know? John,
I just from my head, like fear checks you.
yeah.
It calls you to examine yourself. When you don't got fear, man, you all over the fucking place. You crossing lines, you're tempting the Lord, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you see a lot of Israelites doing this, doing that, because they really don't feel the Lord, man. You know, because when you feel the Lord, hey, it calls you to draw back. You more conservative. Like, damn, am I doing too much now? Let me just sit back, all right? Let me depart from this. Let me not get myself up into this appetite that I desire back in the world. That's what's drawing me back into the world, man. You know, so it's all about examination. So if I can get this real quick, 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5, examine yourselves whether you be in his favor. It says, prove your own selves. Know you not your own selves. Now that Yahawashi Hamashiach is in you, and second, you reprobate. So first and foremost, you gotta know your own self. You gotta know your own weakness, man. You gotta know what Satan is gonna tempt you with. And you gotta take heed, you gotta check that shit. You gotta work on it, you know, through the Holy Spirit.
Hey,
like the brother said, prayer.
how can you be a king one day if you don't even know who you are? Endurance, and it's a stress test that Lord put us through. Just like you put the jewelry. You never bought a chain without actually testing it. You wouldn't spend a lot of money on something if you actually didn't test it out. You don't try a car unless you test it out. And if it don't pass the test, you send it back. So the Lord tests us out, but in the process of that, we find out who we are. We learn ourselves, man. And then you're closer to getting understanding about your weakness and your strengths, man. They say you're only as strong as the weakest link. Guess what? Wherever you're weak at, that's the easiest point of access for the enemy. Just like in a tower. The reason why this Lord's name is a strong tower is because a strong tower is one of the high towers. It's called a citadel back there. What you would do is, if whoever was up in the tower was that was the safest place to be in all the town. Once the walls get infiltrated, the whole town gets slaughtered, just like in 70 AD. So you had to be up in the tower. Now it takes days to try to take down the tower because it was fortified. So hey man, the Lord wants you to be fortified. We are fortified in his name. You know, you could believe that, but you also gotta be mindful that you basically flawed. You know, every form of fashion, we flawed, we worms. So, you know, we in need of deliverance, we in need of forgiveness, constant mercy. Only a flawed creation is constantly seeking for mercy and forgiveness. You know, that show you once you can deal with your weaknesses, now you can prevent yourself from actually getting attacked more. Fortify that area, pray on that, right? Or just refrain from doing them things like the brother just mentioned. Refrain from doing them things that bring you down every time. And that take a lot of digging, but the truth going to expose everything. This is why it's light. It's just going to expose it. The longer you're involved with it, or you're going to see it. It's just going to be up for exposure. Put anything in the room and then hit the light on, you're going to see everything. So that's how Yahawashi see you. You don't look at the outside of man. But in this world, you could be whoever you want to be. See, because everybody's fucking a fraud, facade, phony. Everybody wears a mask on his face. You could be whoever you want to be. It's characters and shit, right? You could skip town. You could leave town and be somebody completely different, right? Women do it all the time. I got 2 bodies. But then go back to where she's from, she got 30 bodies. So, what you got to do? You got to be able to not sell out with this bullshit, but understand that the Most High going to see you from the inside. You're going to look at the inward man. Now you're dealing with the soul. Now you got soul search. That's a term for real. Soul search. You sit your ass down and soul search somewhere. You right? Turn off all the fucking distractions and the noise, and then you can get a moment to do that and reflect. That's why scriptures talk. Reflect it. Because you want to know what the hell is wrong with you exactly. You want to be able to determine it before the enemy gets you with that. He don't want you to know. He damn sure don't want you to know. That's what bread and circuses do. Man, what was I going to do today? I don't know. Next thing you know, you flipping. Sometimes I open my phone and I knew I wanted to open it for something, but here I go on just fucking around and shit, and then I catch myself, oh, I wanted to see the weather. You know? It's so much damn shit that catches you off, man. You ain't supposed to have that many moments where you don't even know where you at and shit. But this is what it's like waking up out of sleep. So it's a process. Some of the guys jump into it in that Superman role and shit. You know, we up. Wait, Israel. Bro, you just got up. First of all, when you first get up, man, you still fucked up. It take about how long, man? Sometimes it take an hour, really, a half hour. You know, you got brush your teeth, you still looking in the mirror like this, right? And even when you thought you good, you get outside, then the light hit, and then it's right, and you still forget, yeah. And even when you up, how sharp are you? You still ain't sharp. Because Esau done had, you know, they had us in captivity the whole time. Don't you know they beat this truth out of, they beat it out of us? They beat it out of us. They gave all the tribes. So, yo, it's a process, man. You gotta be slow to it. That's why the script says slow to anger, slow to speak, quick to listen. It's a process. You gotta get fed this over and over. This is your spiritual diet. You gotta eat it every day consistently. You like David Goggins. You know, y'all know who that is? David Goggins. That ball dude, he be working on push-ups and all that. He be like, go home. He's just like one of the motivational dudes. He's like a Navy SEAL, Jake, you know. But you basically on it like that, you know, every day. You on it consistently with that, you know, pushing out that wicked-ass vibration that was on, that had you like.
I got one for you. Ephesians 4 verse 22. It says that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Putting off that old conversation, the former conversation, that old man. Everything that you identify with before you came with this truth, you can consider that the old man. Now, when you, again, come in, you be wanting to distance yourself from everybody or tell everybody one or the other. And then you realize that, you know, you gotta take it slow. That's really really faith right there. When you know how to take it slow, you master the art of life is kind of taking it slow, one day at a time. You're not trying to rush the situation, right? That's what people do when they get in a when they not feeling comfortable. You know what I'm saying? When they in an uncomfortable situation, they start panicking and they trying to find a quick solution, but they ain't doing it. You know, there's only real one solution. Just every day, person the righteous acts. Every day, taking one step at a time. You know, you examine yourself again. Then the Lord give you another day to examine yourself. You're going over the word. You're going to the you come out. You know, there's no rushing to it. Now, hastening the day. That's what we do. That's a part of our calling. But it ain't like we. You know. You don't rush. The Lord gonna speed the time up around you, right? Except those days be short. So the Lord doing it. But for us, it's kind of like we gotta be in the right pace. It's a marathon again, right? What Paul said, like run how you run. Say it again. Right, yeah, right. So strive for the mastery. By the way, mastery is a process, man. You know, you gotta think of like that movie Karate Kid. And you're going to learn the first thing you learn about karate was waxing on to do some movements, right? He didn't understand that at the time. That's what this process is like. It's repetition over and over. But then by the time you really master it, right? It's a different feel, but you embody it. It's second nature by that time. All the moves and everything is second nature. Go ahead.
It says, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that he put on the new man, which outwardly most high Yahawashi is created in righteousness and true holiness.
New man. So, you know, he's complete now. Whereas before he was kind of all over the place. In the world, he was all over the place. You didn't really know what you wanted to do. You was just waiting for the next somebody to tell you. what to do. Or you just trying to follow somebody else. You just a follower in the world. You know, in every sense of the word. In this truth, you learn about critical thinking. You know, you got to learn how to adapt and use wisdom and apply wisdom of the scriptures. Whereas you wouldn't apply no wisdom in the world, you've just been carelessly out here. That's where careless come from. People that don't apply anything, no logic, no sense at all. You can really just be a brain dead idiot, which most people are, and just walk around here, man. They'll pay you for that, right? The whole life is filled with that. Then you stumble upon prophets. What are they to make of this? From their world, looking at us, they're like, what? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just scrolling through all people knitting and ASMR videos, bitches with nails on, right? And then all of a sudden you flip. We going into Job, bringing the judgment upon Babylon. Yo, that's scaring the shit out of somebody. That's what's supposed to. That's a part of being. That's what we went through. Now imagine what we went through. Hey, we all got scared shitless, man. That's what we still scared to this day, man. Every one of these brothers. That's why you make it out here. Oh, it's millions of excuses you can find, man, to not make it out. It's Babylon and people storm. A news alert or some shit. It's too cold weather. But you know why you out here? Because brothers is out here because we fear the Lord. And that goes from the east to the west, all over the world, man. And then when we not out here, brothers is meditating and thinking about being out here. We thinking about what we spoke about out here. And we thinking about what even might come out next. Or you thinking about how the Lord's going to enhance you to learn more. Everything revolves around this truth. And we love it, so we really wouldn't have it no other way.
Proverbs 4 verse 18, it says, but the path of the just is as the shining light, and shineth more and more until the perfect day.
So the path of the just, like a shining light. And another read earlier about rising, waking up. That word arise, that goes into like light, because the sun rises, you know, and it stops getting dark and the shades and the dawn or whatnot, the dusk comes in. And this is what happens when you come into this truth. You begin to shine. You actually learn how to shine bright, man. You know, you learn how to not dim your light, you know. And for the most part, you don't. I ain't saying we go out here everywhere we go, you know, teaching what we teaching now, because there's a time and a place. That's also light. Wisdom is light, right? So would it be as smart, would it be wise to do what we're doing right now, or dress like this at work, or start just going off and talking, you know what I mean? Would it be wise? Would it be wise? You know, you got the bank, and now you're going, you know, it's a long line. You just want to stop everybody. That's what some people do. They stop everybody, they go into it. You know, at some point in time before, when we first came to the camp, we used to, on the ride home, me and the brother used to be on the train, and we just was cussing out Edomites. We had to learn that wasn't what you do. That wasn't wise, man. We started cussing them out. Man, we started cussing them out in front of my kids. I really, for a while, I was basically following. You know, even when I was there, I was kind of like, man, I wouldn't do this if I was by myself. You know, Lord deal with you, give you more wisdom, man. You're going to need to apply this. We in the end times. You don't got a lot of time to game with. And that's the heaviest part of it all, man. How long we got? How long you think we really got for this? For y'all to be scoffing? How long does a scoffer have? The scarf? Yo, man. Hey, real quick. We got Proverbs 1:22.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
So you got the fool, the scorner, and the simple ones. And that's what makes up 2/3 of our people in the sun. Because they don't want to wake back up. They steady being asleep, enjoying their slumber, trying to be an American, a proud devil. But how long? Because for us, we're counting down. Y'all counting up the years. 2026, 7. Y'all enjoy it. counting down. It's a countdown over here. And like any movie or good movie you've seen, countdowns, man, that's exciting. Countdown that makes it automatically, it's a thriller movie. You think of a countdown, you think of a time bomb, 30-second, slow motion and shit. That's automatically, it's a thriller. You on the edge of your seat, you anticipating, is it gonna blow? Is it today? Like, is it now? And that's how we wake up to the news. We just, now, is it today? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. Right? What's the latest? More news on the mark. You see what Burks did, you know what I'm saying? The show that I don't know yet. Check the chat. That's how it is. Because we're counting down.
It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Look at the word scoff. Turning at the Lord's reproof. That's only for the wise. Because these are wisdom, wise words. Why else would the foolish man sit and try to deal with us for it? Why would the foolish man care? Do you understand why they don't care? Do you really understand why they walk by? Do you get it yet? Do you get why you hate what we bringing out? Do you understand? Whereas the scripture tell you the wise won't listen and turn that reproof, but the scoffers gonna keep doing that. Do you get it? Because this is a book for wisdom, the wise is gonna find this book, and the foolish is gonna hate it or rebuke it and not want it to be taught because they want to stay in a foolish way. So, the word for you got to hit a little score.
It's that word scorner. Strong's H 3887. It says, loose, to scorn, make mouths at, talk arrogantly, to boast, to scorn, to mock, deride, to interpreter, ambassador, to be inflated, scoff, act as a scorner, show oneself as a mocker.
Inflated. Think of an inflated ego. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking of somebody that their head's too big, they can't see. So it's a lot of blind. And that's why the Lord is like, this blind lead the blind. That's a sight to see. You ever seen, one time we actually was at camp, we seen two blind people walk by. He was like leading them. You know what I mean? That was a spiritual moment. But that's how that happens all the time, every day. That's what we're looking at when it comes to the 2/3. Hey, but let's see, what y'all, you had any more than that?
No. That was it.
Go ahead, man.
I got something real quick. I got going back into that scorn. Another word for scorn. This is open dislike, when being disrespect or mockery, often mixed with indignation.
Yeah, that's a part of prophecy. Open dislike amongst the true men, which the scripture says that the truth shall be evil spoken of. You got these people trying to back up this boba head, this inflated ego, Halalyam trying to dig them up, in which in return, if it was great millstone, they try to bury us 12 feet deep and covers over season, man, which shows you the hypocrisy of Israel. The fact that the majority of these people out here are in that Barabbas spirit, because they really hate the truth, but the scripture said they hate him that rebuke him in the gate. They avoid him that speak of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord is all about correction. He's all about speaking the truth, and the truth hurts. And Jake growing up in Babylon the Great, they've been told they can do what the fuck they want to do, and that's what we see amongst the majority of the Israelites. They want to do what the hell they want to do. They don't want to submit unto the ordinance of Yahawashi. No, I don't like how y'all worship the Lord, so I'm gonna choose this group up here because I like how they do it. You know what I'm saying? That's a major offense in the sight of the Most High, so much. But you Israelites out there are gonna get the worst penalty. You're gonna get the worst judgment, man, because you heard the truth. So if you niggas out there, man, who are siding with Sakari or Yahawashi, hey man, just stay the hell over there, because by now you heard the rebuke. You heard the great millstone. You know what I'm saying? So now the scripture say, well, you have no cloak for your sins. because you're heard now. So it ain't no reason for you to come over now because we see that you're not sincere. You're not about the word of Yahawashi, man. All right? So when the Lord smite your shepherds and you start to scatter, it just stay your ass where you at, man. You know? Each your own device. When Proverbs 3rd chapter goes into, it should be filled with their own devices. Because the Lord is going to get ready to smite you niggas, man. You know? And that's where Jeremiah 15 is going to come into play. Hey, something for the sword to the sword. So the death to the death, so the famine to the famine, and to the captivity to the captivity. Because you are not sincere. You're not about the word of truth. And by the God that we get Jeremiah 5.
This Proverbs.
You were done.
It was on.
Yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 7. It says, "Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil."
Yeah, be not wise in your own eyes. You're not supposed to be judged according to your sight. Yahawashi, Isaiah 11 chapter goes into that he should not judge by his sight. All right, according to what he sees. But it's going to be according to what is spoken.
I got you. It's in Luke 9 and 26. "For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of ashamed of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed."
And that's not just talking about the gospel. This is actually talking about the entirety of the book. As Yahawashi is the word of the Most High. He comes in the volume of the book. So he represents the law and everything in this totality in which you Israelites boast in that you keep. But we bring out the law, especially with the great doctrine, Deuteronomy 22. Hey, you despise it. So you're not despising man, but you despising Yahawashi, man, the word of the Most High. Which makes you a hypocrite by default. You see?
That's the first person they call upon when they go do some shit. God, please, take it, please. But you think the Lord wasn't watching you the whole time, losing all your tests?
And that's a beautiful point because now you niggas want the mercy of David. Now the nigga want now you want some sympathy. You know, in return, before you was boasting in Levitical law, man. It was condemned to a dumbass. You know? There wasn't no mercy with the law. It was that you did this, all right, and you were okay, or you did this, it was off, you get punished for it, man.
Letter of the law, they call it.
Yeah, that'll kill him, man. You know, so yeah, you sodomite, put to death. Yeah. Bring your ass up and stone you, whatever. You know, now you niggas don't want that, man. Now you want the mercy of David. Fucking hypocrite. You see how valuable Yahawashi is now. We understand that. We understand how valuable the Lord's sacrifice was as far as the nation, that we need a pardon. King David understood that. He committed offenses worthy of death according to the law, but the Lord showed him mercy through King Solomon. And when he came back, of course, as Yahawashi, man. You know, so he received the sure mercy of David. And we are looking for that same thing, but we know that we're not perfect. We know we have committed offenses worthy of death, committed adultery, spiritual adultery, and also physical adultery. That we had to be forgiven for, you know?
We needed mercy as well.
This is
Mate, too. We got the account where the woman who was accused of adultery was brought before Yahawashi, and immediately, because they was like, look, they said she was caught in the act. She was caught, right? So there was no what's the word? It was reasonable doubt. I mean, no reasonable doubt. They had it in the act. So at that point in time, if you just keep the law, you're supposed to stone him up. Rawchaa was right in the sand, like telling him what he was doing. So he basically sent all of them back packing, and then turned around and told the woman, ask her like, do you believe? Right. And what he would tell people after that is, go and sin no more. So he was keeping the law. He was in accordance with the law, but he also understood there's hypocrites who is going to use the law against average people, and they themselves ain't So you can't, this word, it show you that the Most High is not mocked. The law, you might want to claim that you keep it. You want to be like telling everybody, how they gotta keep it. But you're not gonna be able to keep it perfect. It's gonna trip you up. So simply, Yahawashi got all them people about it there, and then told her, look, don't, sin no more. We show mercy, man. Yahawashi show abundant mercy, something which a lot of people go into the law all the time, but they never do.
Weightier matters of the law. Mercy, judgment.
And they get the law wrong too. Like great, that's where that whole situation came from. Anybody who can respect the truth for what it is, they ain't got no emotional ties to the society still, especially when they deal with females. You understand great as broken down in the law, and it's not an issue. It's not an issue. It don't make somebody want to do something that they ain't already got the mindset to do in the first place. Let the Lord be right, and then it shows you a clause in there where where you would be put to death if she was with somebody, and then show you a clause in there where you got to marry her. Either way, no adultery gets committed. Y'all become a couple, and y'all go ahead and have a life together instead of just making a whore, which you do in Babylon, right? Now the father, right? Paid dowry, everything was done civilized. And they say they want you to believe that the act is so uncivilized that it can't be. The act is performed because a man, you know what I'm saying? Basically, men get impulse when you see a woman naturally. Same thing that make you want to get her number is the same thing that make you want to, do that. Impulse. And then the law states that you can't make her a whore, so you have to marry her. Your impulse is to get you a wife. That might be a little, that's over the head for thousands of people. But amongst Israel, a natural instinct that the Most High gave you to get you a wife in this way. And then you go on to have children, and she don't go through the rest of her life like a victim. You know what I'm saying? Crying and shit. She don't go through life like that. She go through life like, oh, that's how your husband got y'all? Let me tell you a story. Mine got me. You know what I'm saying? We was in the field. She don't, you know what I mean? When it's like a baby. Baby's there and the baby falls and you start, what's gonna happen? But if you be like, get your ass up, man, it's the same thing. Eve be tripping about shit that she would have never tripped about if Esau was dead and be like, why is he cheated on you?
Yeah, right.
He's got more than one. What do you mean? We're going into and then they go into the law and they tell you can't have more than one wife. So you don't know what to believe of these people no more. They want to see America in the scriptures. They trying to see America is like, this is a captivity. Somebody's phone about to die. So no, it's just captivity. Everything Esau, your oppressor, going to teach you is going to barrage your arteries or whatever they call it. So, mess you up. Anything Esau teach you, because he's not on the level. And then you getting taught by the fucking lesser Edomites. What level are they on? You go inside your school teacher house right now, your first grade school teacher house right now, man. There's pork in the fridge. She ain't on no level, but she was making sure you. So you got taught from a child, man, all the way through. You was around your teachers more than you around your parents. So what do they teach you? Low level Edomites, poison, the same shit that they learned. That's why you gotta get back into the scriptures. If you know it's safe for you, this place ain't safe. Got out.
It's a lot of my bad, even like the hidden and quitted doctrine. It was even order in the ancient times. Like you deal with a woman, you have to really take care of her, man. You know what I mean?
You got a wife. You can do that if you want, but you're gonna get a wife out of it. So you think Jake had the mindset that they're just gonna go out and do it every day? Right. Eventually. first, I doubt that ever happened.
Like a nigga that he didn't go out in the woods like they been looking for somebody like a creep on. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah,
yeah, think about that. Like, damn, if I do this, then I gotta get a diary.
Yeah, you damn right, man.
Wipe this one.
Yeah. It's a whole process, man. He knew the law.
Yeah.
Before he probably, it ain't like, oh, nah, you walking up there like, damn. The law. I got it. Yeah, look at it. What time is it? Man, fuck that. Yo, man, you got to think about that, man. Jake knew the law. It's not like here where you be 35 and you just learn about this. Yo, that's crazy. Nah, man, you was a child and you understood that shit. You before you even got your first, you know, you popping seeds, man. You was like, damn, I got old man. You know, I'm gonna do certain things I older, but Jake, look, the law exposed a lot of Israel wickedness. Israel was also bringing extra, like holding on to sacrifices before it, so that they could boast it. They would hold on to the land, knowing that they're gonna sacrifice it on this day, because they about to premeditatedly go do some evil tomorrow or some shit. So you see, you know, Israel's crazy. Like Israel had the law was there to show us how fucked up we was.
It was you know, you had certain Jakes, they caught the bad end of the stick with it, man.
Yeah, that's fair, bro. That's fair. Now, but so in the ancient world, they wasn't walking along like that. And look how, but look, is that modest? No. Now you gotta talk about modesty. Because if it's supposed to happen anywhere, you would assume this is the area and the arena is gonna happen at. Look how they dress. But then you can't say nothing all that. In fact, see, this is why we gotta get the hell out of here. You can't even say that. Excuse me, I mean, she gonna say, what you looking at? Them tits is out here, like they in your face. She exposed. What are you looking at? Come on, man.
For me, they suppress masculinity. You know, they made being masculine weird in America. Because they call that shit, they call it toxic. You know what I mean? And even you approaching the women, they trying to make men approaching women weird, man. You know, bitch, she always jumping and shit. It's like, goddamn, this normal. Hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? But America making that shit strange, man. Bitch, she call you weird because you think she beautiful, man. You know? But even it's like going back on that grape too. You know, there's a lot of Jakes, you know, especially back in the ancient time, they called the bad end of the stick. He had a story of, man, you do that shit, man, your auntie, you know what I mean? I took her, and look at me now.
Yep.
Because a woman, she's supposed to fan your bones, man. She's supposed to strengthen you. You know, but hey, also you can catch a woman that'll put you in hell too, man. You know, embarrass you. You know, it speaks about that in Ecclesiastes, the 25th chapter. Your woman, she'll bring, well, your daughter will bring shame to your family. But that shit come from the mother, man. Scripture tell you that it's the mother.
Daughter, if you want to know Proverbs, you want to learn Proverbs,
learn
mother
the
is,
Proverbs.
so the daughter.
And it just wasn't, you know, you see that mainly here in America, man. And also, you know, you see Israel with the laws, and you see, you know, how fucked up and how far from grace we really feel.
How was that city become condemned? That golden city condemned?
I got one for you. I made this Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter."
You can't walk up and have a conversation with a woman or a stranger because that's hate on them. So you're supposed to go do it on a date.
Yeah. Gotta inbox this bitch, man.
If she mad talking, you get her in public, she ain't got a word to say.
Yeah.
You don't know what, hey man, everything is backwards because of Esau. Blame Esau. That's what the apostles used to tell us all the time. Blame Esau for everything. Apostle Hall used to say, if I wake up and stub my toe, man, I'm gonna blame Esau. You gotta inherit it. We inherit, that's a blessing though. Because we inherited a better way to explain what the fuck going on. Instead of thinking that, man, the world's just evil. People just wanna, You know, if somebody fucking go to the top of this building and jump off, we gonna be like, we gonna know where that thought came from. Yup. Probably yup. Being in Babylon. Hell yeah. That makes sense. But in the world, you're like, no. But you know, women screaming. Yo, you got your kids sheltering them. Don't look. What's gonna happen when these American families and your dad, look, when are they dad gonna come in? This is how bad this times is, man. You're right, the scripture, you know, about basically the word, it shall be not like the time before with that Daniel. Yeah, never like a time from before. What's gonna happen when your dad's losing? He just walk inside with the fucking 45 right there and blow his head off in front of all you, in front of all child, mom.
He said, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just can't do no more. The reality of the situation, it's gonna get drastic, y'all.
This Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there should be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that should be found written in the book.
Hey, the Lord couldn't just deliver. See, this is where Christianity, they do you wrong. The Lord ain't just, they do you so wrong. The Lord ain't gonna just come back and deliver you in a peaceful moment, right? You was just on your way to work, and oh look, and rapture, you know what I'm saying? No, the Lord gonna bring every dramatic situation to Babylon first. You're gonna have to experience that. And then you're gonna have to believe in the midst of that. And then you're gonna deliver us. So a lot of these scenarios we rehearsing or we going over, it's not because we watch a lot of movies. It's because the scriptures really illustrate and demonstrate how severe these times are gonna be. Jacob's trouble. And how the love of many is waxing cold, insurrections upon people that fear the Lord. Man shall not go into other people's homes. Invading one another. Yup. Lack of bread. Famine. A famine, bro. Imagine a real light famine. What these people gonna do, bro? That man really gonna jump off the cliff. Because the scripture tell you, what is that, Lamentations? Somebody call that?
I can't swear that to you. What you want?
Lamentations
4:9?
Yes.
It says, Lamentations 4:9, they that be slain by the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for the wants of the fruits of the field. Yeah, and they take, man, they gonna scratch and claw, you know, to get resources, man. But yet they gonna pine away, man. You know, and the scripture tell you it's better for you to die by the sword, get shot, stabbed, you know, murdered, than to die by the famine, because it's a drawn out process, man. Your body breaking down, you feeling these aching pains, headaches, you know, you grow weak to where you can't move. You know, it was the story of the woman, her pugs ate her face off and shit. You know, it was a story about a child getting eaten up by rats while it was still alive. You know, but yet, hey, these things that should take place. And when you piling away and all week, you ain't gonna have the energy to fight these things off. That's why it's better to die by the sword than to die by the famine, man. You know, it go on to say, it says, the hands of the pitiful women have signed their own children. And they even shows you that these times is gonna affect women the most, man. Because you're gonna develop a spirit where you cooking your baby, man. You know, because son goes in the bowl to cook. You see? And it says that they sought their own children, they were their meat in the destruction of the daughters of my people. You see? And that famine is gonna, you know, the famine gonna be a door opener for a lot of evils. Even cannibalism, man. You know, imagine a nigga running you down, not to rob, not because you're out, because you're trying to eat, man. You know, and you see you got a little one, you know. So you trying to separate, like the animal kid, they trying to separate the parents from the baby. You know,
It's gonna be clicks.
Yeah.
Click up.
Yup. Yeah, that's why these militia, the Lord ain't have militia groups formed for no reason, man. You know, it's a set moment in time when these things is going to be dispersed, and it's all going to contribute to evils.
We had a movie called Blindness. I think it's 2012 or something. And in the movie Blindness, everybody everybody became blind at the same time. The first thing that happened amongst them as a group is women became commodity. Like women became money. So you want to see something real that they ain't seen before in a long time. You're gonna see the movie Blinders.
In Deuteronomy 8 and 3, it says that he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord do man live. And if I may, that's the thing. What's going to make a lot of you Jakes suffer, because like we mentioned earlier, you don't have a word of Yahawashi, man. You don't ultimately have comfort, man. All right, peace. Okay, so therefore, when the lack of resources come upon here in Babylon the Great, you niggas gonna be through, basically, man. And that's when you're gonna basically lean unto the flesh, right? Which we all know the script say to lean on carnality is enmity with the Most High. Basically, the Lord is going to lead you niggas to your delusions. Everything that you trust in and you believe in, the Lord is going to lead you up into that, man. All right, and that's going to cause prophecy to unfold again. Men going through houses, ravishing for the lack of bread. Like the elder mentioned, women becoming part of resources. Hey, man, shit gonna get real out here, man.
Hey, it makes sense right before a nuclear attack.
That's it. Yeah.
The only thing that could throw a whole chaotic scene is just a missile coming and blowing everything up. That's what got crazy, bro. It's just going to be crazy all the time, and then the missile goes so they Mosai's using these last minutes as a story that you ain't never seen before told. Famine, plague, pestilence, and then a thermonuclear destruction. That's what you do when you mad. You ever stomped on some shit? Yeah. When you do all of that, man, you hated that shit, man. That's what the Mosai gonna do. How we're gonna do it. America just gonna spin it and then send the sun in there, boom, zapping. Terrorists got lasers, man. What the scripture say about the laser and Ezra? You know what I'm talking about the chariot shooting the laser. Y'all brother know what I'm talking about? About the chariot coming. Is it the same one that Yet Thirst Fight? First looked at it, Yet Thirst Fight. So the Heavenly Father Yahweh gonna make his son return while he's sending all kind of plagues upon America. And his son's gonna return in these chariots to be on the elect, but also they're gonna be used to attack America. So they're gonna be attacking, all around while calamity is happening. All the time Esau thinking he gonna win finally because he got his Lord or he got everybody at microchip. But then the skies are gonna crack with these chariots. To add to the confusion, the mass confusion going on with society collapsing. Societies don't collapse nicely, man. You do your study on Rome, it rains force. People die, invasions, barbarians, people's heads was getting cracked open.
They even, these whistleblowers, they come up with some information. And the guy was saying how, just in 72 hours, it's I guess the grid's going down, how millions of people can die.
Oh, yeah.
Just in 72 hours.
That's when it begins. I know they say in 9 months. The old term, that's even better. It's probably more like that. Because a lot of them say 9 months, 90% is going to die in the end of people. But food, water, resources, you cut that off, it's lights out. It's you might think about going in somebody's house. The Lord might show you this bird comes through and they just follow you. And it leads you to a whole, room full of a storehouse, man. Hey, how about you just gonna show a miracle? Again, we have to be ready for that, bro. I'll be ready for it. An apparition just come and come. I'm saying? No, let's go. You ready? Angel. I'm saying apparition. Really an angel. Let's go. Food, safety, food. We in the time,
Brother from St. Jersey gave an analogy. Said, you know, you at home and you just hear this aggressive knocking at the door. And you come to the door, and it's just this guy. He get to talking all fast, everything you need. You drop a bag at your feet, and you look up, he's gone. You know what I mean? Like miracle. You just going into like the scene gonna get crazy. Then you gonna have men going having spiritual power, man. You know, turning into visible. You know, and Yahawashi doing things like that, man. So how much more for here in America where the scene is gonna be intense? You gonna spiritual power makes sense. You know, you got robots doing karate.
right?
You know, you got humanoid robots. Right. Esau creating all that. That's why the Lord said that he gonna lift up a standard. It makes sense for the Lord to lift up a standard. You got shit like that. And that shit coming to your front door. It come to your front door, you know? And like you was going into Esau know our algorithms, man. He know we in the truth, man. You know, put up videos, you know what we watching. So he designing a robot for you, man.
He watching right now.
Yep. I got the AI robot watching.
Right. Yep. He gonna shut down bank accounts, you know. I'm just gonna have all type of serious situations going on. They're not gonna be that. You heard that?
Yeah.
Like the demons preaching, right? Hey, we in that time, man. We in the time where all like apparitions too.
The tree, yeah, so the tree that go, the apparition.
The Lord said He gonna bring the same things He did on Egypt. It's just like in the time of Egypt, we gonna pass over us, man. The Spirit will be a part of that number.
Yeah, because it said the children of Israel had light and they could with them. While the rest of Egypt was in darkness, man. You know, and Wisdom of Solomon, the 17th chapter goes into the things that were taking place in that darkness. So it was monstrous apparitions, you know, that was coming out there. It says that in the elder bottomless hell, you know, so you're gonna see old words like that. It might be a nigga with a tail, the horns, and a trifle, because that's what you scared of, man. You scared of the devil, you know, the Lord gonna let the devil come.
That's the thing, you can be sitting next to a nigga, you know, who is not in the truth. He can see but exactly what you're explaining. He work for but you like, nigga tripping. You know that kid. You know what I'm saying? But he actually seeing this shit, but you can't see it, you know? He gonna sit there, he gonna faint. Faint the feel, man. Lord be doing shit like that. He ain't gonna allow them apparition to play the minds of the elect like that.
I know it was a TV show a long time. No, I think it was a movie called The Sixth Sense. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. And there was another one called 13 Ghosts. You know, that's a pretty good one. And then apparition like that come and attack you. You couldn't even see them. You had to have those like some people they had to have glasses. They had to lock them in the wall or some shit like that. They put the light on them. There's the only one you could really see them. But you couldn't even see them. They used to come around and attack people and everything. Like there's 13 Ghosts.
You had those movies like Honey House, when you come on Discovery Channel and shit. They used to go out there and hunt ghosts. You know, those things gonna become real. Mama Shaka.
And then the 13 Ghosts, is that the one with the mirrors?
Yeah. They had to walk through the little wall. I think it was similar to like Hebrew. I don't even think it was like Hebrew, but it was it went English, you know. It's a nice movie. I watched it. Really.
Appreciate that. This second Ezra 15 and verse 12, it's like in verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. See? He sent forth darkness. You read Exodus the 10th chapter, 20th verse, it goes into how the Lord told Moses to stretch forth his hand, and darkness came over the land of Egypt. And it was even so thick that it was felt, man. You know, it just felt like it was being compressed by something, you know, and it's gonna be the same here in America.
Like if I may show it ain't far-fetched. You got Canada talking about, you know, cutting off the electricity, man. You know, blackouts are coming. And then we seeing it in our times. You look at what was it, DR, you know, the Dominican Republic, you know, Chile, Puerto Rico, you know, they just had, you know, blackouts. You know, how much more America, aka Babylon the Great?
Yeah, it says Egypt shall mourn. All the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahawah shall bring to land.
Hey, real quick, we'll make it worse about America, Babylon. This place is the first world country.
Yeah.
They don't know how to act. There you go.
Convenience. All the convenience and comfort. You know.
All of it.
That's what they used to.
Everybody got a fix.
Yeah.
Hey, hot water. I was thinking about that the other day. Man, I might have been in the shower when I thought about hot water. You know, a luxury. Most of the world know how to bathe in the river, in the lake. It just show you how the little things is gonna play.
Flushing your toilet. Flushing your toilet, you know, a nigga bug out because I do maintenance, you know, and nigga toilet get stopped up, nigga keep calling fucking all this shit. But you know, it be something like that. Your sink won't drain, man. And they gonna, oh, you got my bad.
No, I was gonna say the fact you got fucking water, man. You know what I mean? Like, figure out when you ain't got no water, that's when motherfuckers really appreciate that shit. You know what I mean?
Water life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can pray that you was edified, and all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah.
Yahawah, by Sham, Yahawashi, by Sham, Qadash.
So double honor to our teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of great millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the Lord's elect. So next time, say shalom.
Shalom.
Right.
Right.